from Mac and Bob's Restaurant in Salem, Virginia. It's time for Maroon's Tuesday Night Live. Here are your hosts for tonight's show, Richmond Bramblett and Brett Peltier.
Good evening, everybody. Live here from Mac and Bob's for Maroon's Tuesday Night Live on Tuesday, January 15th. Our guests for tonight include men's basketball player Julian Ramirez, women's basketball player Paxton Gwynn, men's basketball head coach Paige Moyer, women's basketball coach Susan Dunnigan, women's basketball alumnus Aaron Hansen, men's basketball alumnus Ty Sigmund, assistant athletic director Brad Moore, and strength and conditioning coach Dave Sampson with his workhorse of the week.
Men's basketball team currently has a record of 7-8 in ODAC play, and has lost to 24th ranked Randolph College Wednesday, 73-61. They also fell to Lynchburg on Saturday, 86-68 in the Bass Center. Kwasi Ampanza is the second leading scorer in the ODAC with 19.7 points per game. He also ranks second in three-point field goal percentage at 47.5. Ranks fourth in steals with 31 and fifth in free throw percentage at 78.5. Also, since our last show, one of tonight's guests, Julian Ramirez, was named ODAC Player of the Week on December 17th. During that week, Ramirez led the Maroons over Averett University, scoring 27. He shot 6 of 7 from the field in the first half, including a 5-for-5 streak from the three-point area. We'll talk to Ramirez about that later in tonight's show.
The women's basketball team currently has a record of 5-10 and are 1-5 in ODAC action. They defeated Mary Washington on January 7th, 55-42. They went on to fall to Lynchburg at home on the 9th, 68-55. And in their most recent game, the Maroons were defeated by Virginia Wesleyan, 76-47. Paxton Gwynn is currently ranked fourth in the ODAC in points per game, netting 14.9 points per contest. She is second overall in total points and fifth in field goal percentage in the ODAC. Tatum McKee ranks first on the team and third in the ODAC in steals with 2.7 takeaways per game. We'll be back in just one moment as I sit down with Ty Sigmund. Stay with us.
Roanoke College. Timeless and true. Smart and solid. Practical and professional. Making discoveries about yesterday. Creating visions for tomorrow. Lifted by a winning college spirit. Forging lifetime friendships with professors who prepare you for a place at the head of an operating table or another bright future. Roanoke College. Classic for tomorrow.
Be sure to catch Roanoke College sports on Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7 in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, Lexington, and Blacksburg. Brought to you by Mac and Bob's, Main Street, Salem. For programming information or schedules, go to valleyvisiontv.com.
Mac and Bob's opened for business in 1980. Over the years, we've grown from 10 stools to a full-service restaurant that seats 330 people. Now we invite you to come try our new breakfast menu, featuring sweet potato pancakes, eggs Benedict, omelets made to order, stuffed French toast, homemade sausage and gravy biscuits, and much more. Open for breakfast Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m., Sunday brunch 10 a.m. till 2. See you for breakfast at Mac and Bob's in Salem.
Tuesday Night Live here with men's basketball alumnus Ty Sigmund. Ty, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Now, you're a native of Franklin County and a member of a great basketball powerhouse at Franklin County High School before coming to Roanoke. Can you tell us a little bit about what made you decide to come to Roanoke College?
Well, it was an easy decision for me, and it was, while I was at Franklin County, I was lucky enough to, get a look from Roanoke. I got to come up, meet some of the guys that, I was able to play with there. Fortunate enough to, really become impressed with what they had up here, the people that were here, and the rest was history. It was fell in love with it.
Sure. Now you're part of some good teams for the men's basketball program. As you know, we're celebrating the 100th season of basketball. As a junior, your team went from a dismal 1-7 start to winning 16 of your next 19 games heading into the ODAC championship. Could you tell us a little bit about how that season went from your perspective?
Well, it was a heck of a season. it was tough. You lose the first couple of games, and I think at one point in there, I think we'd lost 6 in a row. So that first win came pretty early, right? Sure. So we our team took a trip out to Phoenix in Arizona, played in a tournament there, ended up winning the last game there, and really, once you start losing, sometimes it's easy to keep losing.
Sure.
It was not a lot of confidence there, and eventually found our groove and really meshed together as a team, and it went well for us.
Now, moving into your senior year, which is arguably the best team assembled in the past 10 years, posting an 18-9 record against the number one toughest school in the country. That year, you, along with Aaron Tyson, were a dynamic shot-blocking duo.
Mm-hmm.
What game that year was the most memorable for you?
Well, the game that really sticks out was a game that we played against Guilford College. That year, Guilford, I think, was a top 10 team coming in the Bass Center on a Saturday. And by the time I was a senior, our team was pretty confident. We weren't ranked. We weren't getting a lot of recognition. Guilford College comes in, had a guy who was Player of the Year that year, Ben Strong, out of Guilford, big guy for him. So we were able to really contain Ben Strong. I think he ended up 20 points, 25 points, which for him he was guaranteed that for lacing his sneakers up to start a game. Ended up pulling away with a victory there within a couple of weeks. That we had a national ranking, which was something that was really special for us. So that was really something that stood out for me there.
Now, after your playing career is ended, you're now Professor Ty Sigmund, as you're now.
Who'd have thunk, right?
Who'd have known? As you're now at Towson University. Can you tell us how you moved into this kind of new and exciting role?
Well, sure. Once I finished up at Roanoke College, I went on to Radford University. While at Radford, I studied and got a master's degree from them. Once I completed that degree, moved up into the Baltimore area, made some networking connections, interviewed for a position there, and been teaching sport management up at Towson University now for now 2.5 years. It's something I think Roanoke did a really great job of preparing me for.
Now, one of our guests coming up on the show, Brad Moore, Assistant Athletic Director, told me that you were one of the first sports radio personalities as the co-host with A.J. Dow on the Water Cooler.
Right.
Can you tell us what you did and what you think of how it's kind of progressed from the Water Cooler to today?
Well, this is fantastic what you have here, and it's something that's I really think it's great. When I first started doing radio, we did radio in the Student Center, in the Colquitt Center. I think it was a low-power radio station, had about 2 miles of radius. Nobody was listening. We knew it. We were talking about it a little while earlier. We actually had friends who we had to kind of bribe to send questions into the program so we'd have things to talk about. But I think it really did start setting a solid foundation for what you guys have been able to do here. We started broadcasting some games. That's when you first started seeing some of these games get online video feeds, and it was really great, really exciting.
Now, last question we can have for you. Our next guest on the show, you and Miss Erin Hansen, have some exciting news to share with us on the show. What would you like to share with our viewers?
Well, Erin and I would like to tell the viewers that we're engaged to be married this coming May, the 18th in Baltimore. We're really excited about it. So.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks.
And again, thanks for coming on the show, and hopefully we can get you back on the show another time.
Anytime. Thanks for having me.
And we'll be right back with Erin Hansen. Stay with us.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
I'm Shane Beamer.
And I'm Frank Beamer for Stop In Food Stores.
Hey, Dad, I'm going to grab a hot dog. You want one?
Sure. Let me give you...
It's okay, Dad. I got this one.
This week at Stop In, get 2 all-beef hot dogs, only 99 cents.
Get some refreshment with a fountain drink.
Any size, just 99 cents. Plus, pay only 99 cents for any size coffee, tea, or icy. Now through Sunday only.
All Stop In locations have quality branded gasoline. So stop in and fill up today.
Shop where Dad and I shop.
Stop In Food Stores.
Roanoke College Athletics would like to thank its corporate sponsors: Mac & Bob's, All Sports, Stop In Food Stores, Dairy Queen, Chick-fil-A, Service Master, and the Roanoke College Bookstore.
We're back here at Mac and Bob's with Aaron Hansen. First, initially introduced you as women's basketball alumnus, but also women's soccer alumnus as well.
Correct.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Now, you're a native of Blacksburg, Virginia, and you're a soccer and basketball standout for the Bruins. You were fortunate enough to have the opportunity to play both sports at Roanoke College. With that said, what was really the deciding factor for you to come to Roanoke College?
When I came for my recruiting visit, meeting the girls and seeing everybody that I would be around, I think that was one of the main factors, and then also the ability to have the chance to play both sports.
Sure.
With those two, and of course the location was,
Sure, close to home.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, as a goalie for Phil Benny's women's soccer program, you're an all ODAC selection as a senior and a team captain on the best team in school history with a school record mark of 18-4-1 and an ODAC tournament runner-up finish. You also led the Maroons to the programs in the first NCAA tournament in nearly 10 years and the first postseason win as well. What was your experience like playing soccer here at Roanoke College?
It was just so much fun. For me, soccer was always my second sport, and I really played it just to get away from basketball for a little bit and made me, enjoy basketball that much more. So having the ability to do that here at Roanoke really meant a lot. And, the people that I met and playing for Coach Phil Benny was just awesome.
What was that? What was that season like when going 18-4-1? Just how excited was that team for that year?
It was great. I remember I was with a fellow captain, Jess Joyner. We were out, and we got a call from Phil, letting us know that we got the at-large bid, and we were just so excited. We didn't even expect it, going in. I think we lost. Maybe it was I don't even remember honestly
Sure.
when we lost, but getting that call, I wasn't expecting it at all, and just the joy that we felt was pretty cool.
Now, after the soccer season, you had to transform quickly into a basketball playing role within a week as regular season play started again. You were successful in that role, earning ODAC Rookie of the Year honors, and as a junior named ODAC Player of the Year and WBCA All-American. What was the toughest part of the transition from soccer to basketball for you?
I think when I was a freshman, and maybe just all 4 years, was not being a part of the team for preseason. They all bonded together. They got up at 6 a.m. and they went through the workouts, and I just wasn't there. So especially my freshman year coming in, everybody's like, who's this girl?
Sure.
Why is she here? She hasn't been playing with us. And so that was hard to adjust. And after my freshman year, it was a little bit easier, but still, I felt maybe not as part of the team as everybody else did.
Well, it's certainly saying something, too, to go in as, not really having the preseason work with the rest of the team, but also coming out Rookie of the Year as well.
Right, I guess so. I guess you could say that.
Now, what do you think really was your greatest accomplishment as a student athlete at Roanoke College, and what was your most memorable moment as a player?
I guess those are some tough questions. Playing, 8 seasons, there was a lot of moments that, stood out for me. Maybe the most memorable was most likely it was senior night my freshman year. So when I was a freshman, we had, 5 seniors, and I respected them a lot, and I learned a lot from them. And we were able to get an overtime win for them, their last home game, their senior year. So that meant a lot. It was a good team win to send them out.
Sure.
And then I guess my greatest accomplishment is just being able to, after those 8 seasons, still be able to play now and,
Sure.
Not have any serious injuries that affect me now.
Now, you're living in Baltimore, Maryland, where you're working formerly for the Salem Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. Could you tell us a little bit about what you're doing now?
I work for a company called Gym Source. I sell it's high-end gym equipment. Basically, I do residential sales, so sales, basically.
Now, do you get a chance to kind of watch the teams online and get a chance to see that? And how has it really changed from when you were in school to today?
Right. It's crazy what you guys are doing now. You know, it's really impressive. The ability to watch online and follow them, you know, the way we can now. It's great to keep in touch with everybody and, you know, with Dunnigan and see the girls playing. And, you know, it would have been cool to have when we were around, you know.
Sure. Well, again, Aaron, it's been great to have you on the show, and hopefully we can get you to come back and be on the show again.
Sure.
We'll be back in just one moment as we sit down with Assistant Athletic Director Brad Moore. Stay with us.
Looking for great food and the big game in high def? Try the new menu items at All Sports Cafe, including thick and juicy burgers grilled to perfection, served with fries and your choice of any side item. All Sports Cafe, where the object is to score great food.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
Be sure to catch Roanoke College sports on Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7 in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, Lexington, and Blacksburg. Brought to you by Mac and Bob's, Main Street, Salem. For programming information or schedules, go to valleyvisiontv.com.
We're back here with Assistant Athletic Director Brad Moore. Brad, welcome back to the show and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, Richmond. I hope you enjoyed your holiday season and ready to get back in the groove in 2013.
Sure, it is going to come very quickly to a nice little boil once spring sports and winter sports kind of all meet right together.
Absolutely.
But it's exciting for everybody who's watching online, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I like the viewership numbers that have been up. You know, year after year, we've seen some significant progress. So I'm happy with the products coming out. So much of credit goes to you and to Reed Hall and Brandon Williams and all of our staff. You know that put together such a great product. So
Brand's head perked up there real quick because he heard his name. Now as we get into 2013. We're getting ready to have a lot of events that are going to come pretty quickly. The first one that's really on tap is Marin Madness. Can you talk a little bit about what that's going to entail and what people who can't make it to the game are going to be able to see, and then the people who should come to the game and see all the exciting things that are going to happen?
I'll tell you, it's a great event. Marin Madness is an event to where we can get the community, the faculty, staff, and the students all together in one area to celebrate one event. You know, when I first got here, we used to do it before the season started and with schedule conflicts, and we wanted to make sure that everybody was there, including our student athletes. We wanted to make sure that they were all there to support such a great event, and it's a great way to celebrate them and their accomplishments for the year, but also to support our men's basketball team and women's basketball teams as well. So we have a tailgate from 12 to 2, and we'll have special contests and raffle giveaways and stuff for students, for faculty and staff, and then also for the community. And then we'll trickle them in shortly after, and we'll have the game. And during the game, we'll have all kinds of contests, halftime entertainment, special giveaways. We'll have big prize giveaways towards the end of the game. And it's a great event, and I encourage everybody to come out in the Salem Roanoke community and the greater Roanoke Valley to come out, but also for our students, student athletes and faculty and staff to be a part of it as well.
And that's 2 o'clock on Saturday as Mariners take on Virginia Wesleyan, who at one point was ranked number 1 in the nation.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was there at that game on November 28th, and our team was flying high. We were 4-0, best start in 5 years, 4-game win streak. We come into their place, the Batten Center, and we really gave that team a scare. So, I mean, we were Jordan Thacker's three-pointer. I mean, if that goes in, we tie the game. And, it was a great showing by our guys, and we're looking forward to I know that Paige is ready to get after it on Saturday against the Marlins.
Now, since the last time you were really on the show, you've been traveling a little bit, kind of along the East Coast with the Maroon Club, doing some events and get-togethers. Can you talk a little bit about those events and the importance of the Maroon Club?
I'll tell you, the reason why I went to those events is it's our first full year of the Maroon Club, and visibility is everything. And with me not being an alumnus, I need to go out and everybody can put a name with a face.
Sure.
And the work that we're doing from the behind the scenes here, and just the visibility is the main thing. So I took it upon myself to work with Jonathan Lee and the Alumni Relations and the Development Office, and join forces with them to go to those alumni holiday receptions, which started October 4th with one in Roanoke Valley, and we went all the way up as far as Boston, south as Atlanta, and we hit up 12 alumni receptions, and got to meet a lot of former student athletes and former students that support Roanoke athletics, and they did as a student, whether they were in Greek life or in other student organizations while they were here, JV basketball or what have you. But they all feel a special part of Roanoke College, and it's interesting to me to go to each one and to see how much Roanoke College means to them, not just from an overall college experience standpoint, but part of that was athletics and our successful athletic teams and how they have a lot of pride whenever we're on the road and we're traveling up there and we're winning. You can see the pride that the Roanoke shirts come out, and it's very cool to me to meet them and meet former student athletes.
Well, and especially talking about winning in those events, you had the one trip up to Philadelphia where Maroons had the wins in the tournament up there as well.
Yeah, we had a special event up there for a holiday reception. It was the day before the kickoff of the 100th year of basketball, and one of my goals this year was the 100th year of basketball, and really put a lot of time and energy into that. And we even had President Maxey make a special announcement at the holiday reception that we were playing the next day. We had some support Friday and some more on Saturday, and there was even Tim Reyes who lives in Long Island. His son plays for Haverford, and he was there at the game, and he thought that it was the stuff that we were doing here where he was recognizing it, and he became a Maroon Club member that weekend. So it's amazing to see that kind of support just like that because of their experience that they had back when they were a student at Roanoke College, and they're willing to give back.
Now, you briefly touched on the 100 years of basketball. Can you talk a little bit about what's going on for the 100 years of basketball and what people can kind of look forward to?
Yeah, we've got all year we've been doing special recognitions for special players throughout our 100 years of basketball. We've recognized people from Gerald Holmes to now Ed Green this weekend, and we'll have the Four Horsemen back. I think if anybody in the community remembers the Four Horsemen, they were a special group. They were a team that came here in 1977 when Mel Hankinson left and Ed Green took over. That was his first recruiting class, and they graduated together in 1981. And they were the only group that has been able to play in the Division II and Division III NCAA tournaments, and all four of them are in the Hall of Fame. But they're recognized together as a group,
Sure.
the Four Horsemen, and they'll be here to help with the recognition with Ed Green, and it's going to be an exciting event on Saturday. And I'm excited for Ed Green, too, because Ed Green is a big part of our Roanoke basketball history, leading us into Division III and 7 straight ODAC championships in the 80s. So he was very dominant as a head coach here in the 80s, and five or six regional Coach of the Year honors and multiple ODAC Coach of the Year honors, and just such a great guy, and he still comes actively to support Roanoke College basketball.
And we've definitely got a nice mini site going on the website at maroons.roanoke.edu for 100 years of basketball. You can look at memorable players, memorable moments, and you can vote on the all-century team.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've already got over a couple hundred votes that's been in, and we encourage everybody to go online on the 100 Years website and get your votes in. And we're going to have a special event come Alumni Weekend.
Yeah, I made the mistake of hooking that survey up to my personal email account. Woke up Christmas morning, had 200 emails. So it's good to know that everyone's voting on the all-century team.
Absolutely.
Good to know that I also made the mistake of signing it up to my personal email account. Last thing I want to touch on, I guess, is Alumni Weekend. It's going to come a lot sooner than people think, and especially people at home already getting excited for it because it's a big event here at Roanoke College. As your role as assistant athletic director, what does that really entail during Alumni Weekend, and what can people look forward to on April 12th and 13th?
I'll tell you, it's a big weekend for us with the Maroon Club. Scott and I we're working with Alumni Relations and putting together a special weekend. Everybody knows that if you graduated from Roanoke College, Alumni Weekend is a special weekend here. And we want to make it special, particularly for the 100 years of basketball. We want stuff centered around that. Some of the special events that we have is we're having a golf outing on Friday, April 12th. Starts at noon, and it'll be a special one. We had one last year for the Beat the Champs for the 1972 team, national championship team, and it was a great thing. And we'll have the golf outing. Following the golf outing, we'll have the Hall of Fame reception, and then the 100 years celebration that night. And there we will take everybody's votes and put them together, and we'll come up with an all-century team, a 25-man all-century team, and then we'll have an all-decade team for each decade throughout. And we're even going to include the women in that as well, as we've been celebrating 40 years of Title IX during basketball season, but we've also going to include them for the all-decade teams as well. The next day we'll have alumni games with volleyball at 9:30. 10:30 will be the women's basketball game, and then 11:30 will be the men's basketball alumni game. So it'll all be in the Bass Center, all be on campus. It's going to be a great event, and I'm excited about it, about all the alumni coming back. Not just basketball alumni, but all the alumni coming back. Sure. It's fun to see everybody.
Well, Brad, appreciate you coming on the show and
all right.
and talking with us about everything that's going on. And again, I'm sure we'll see you before the end of the year's over here back on Tuesday Night Live.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for having me.
Glad to have you. We'll be back in just one moment as Brett Peltier sits down with Paxton Gwynn. Stay with us.
For information or schedules on Valley Vision TV programs, visit us on the internet at valleyvisiontv.com. Remember, you're watching the Valley's only true local network, Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7.
Mac and Bob's opened for business in 1980. Over the years, we've grown from 10 stools to a full-service restaurant that seats 330 people. Now we invite you to come try our new breakfast menu, featuring sweet potato pancakes, eggs Benedict, omelets made to order, stuffed French toast, homemade sausage and gravy biscuits, and much more. Open for breakfast Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m., Sunday brunch 10 a.m. till 2. See you for breakfast at Mac and Bob's in Salem.
Looking for great food and the big game in high def? Try the new menu items at All Sports Cafe, including thick and juicy burgers grilled to perfection, served with fries and your choice of any side item. All Sports Cafe, where the object is to score great food.
Something I discovered in myself is that if I have a goal, then I can accomplish it.
The well-rounded experience.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual.
It helps a lot shot, that you have a family with your team that can guide you.
Roanoke College Athletics would like to thank its corporate sponsors: Mac and Bob's, All Sports, Stop In Food Stores, Dairy Queen, Chick-fil-A, Service Master, and the Roanoke College Bookstore.
Roanoke College. Timeless and true. Smart and solid. Practical and professional. Making discoveries about yesterday. Creating visions for tomorrow. Lifted by a winning college spirit. Forging lifetime friendships with professors who prepare you for a place at the head of an operating table or another bright future. Roanoke College. Classic for tomorrow.
I'm Shane Beamer.
And I'm Frank Beamer for Stop In Food Stores.
Hey, Dad, I'm going to grab a hot dog. You want one?
Sure. Let me give you...
It's okay, Dad. I got this one.
This week at Stop In, get 2 all-beef hot dogs, only 99 cents.
Get some refreshment with a fountain drink.
Any size, just 99 cents. Plus, pay only 99 cents for any size coffee, tea, or icy. Now through Sunday only.
All Stop In locations have quality branded gasoline. So stop in and fill up today.
Shop where Dad and I shop.
Stop In Food Stores.
Welcome back to Maroons Tuesday Night Live here at Mac and Bob's, and I'm here with junior standout women's basketball player Paxton Gwynn. Paxton, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And you had an outstanding high school career, a two-time Title and Conference Player of the Year at Cape Hatteras, and 1,000 career points in high school. What made you decide to come to Roanoke College and play for Coach Dunnigan?
Well, I took a few visits to the campus before I made my decision, and I just fell in love with the school, and I got to meet some of the players, and the girls were really welcoming and down to earth, just like Coach Dunnigan is, and that's pretty much the main reason why I chose here.
And you had an outstanding season, 4 times over 20 points and twice with a career high of 27 points. And last weekend down at Virginia Wesleyan, you had a double-double with 14 points and 10 rebounds, and you are 5th in the ODAC in scoring, 14.9 points per game. Is there anything you attribute to your outstanding junior season so far?
Well, I wouldn't be playing this well if it wasn't for my teammates looking to give me the ball in the paint. That's basically the main reason.
And you also have Laurel Hankins, your fellow junior. She's 8.7 points per game. Tatum McKee leads the team in steals with 40. Kelsey Smith had a career-high 16 points against Shenandoah. And Rachel Delahunt's averaging 3.3 assists per game. So talk a little bit more about your teammates and what they bring to the table to help you out.
I feel like we have a good balance of players in the starting lineup, and Rachel Delahunt brings good composure to the team, which helps us out a lot. And Laurel and Kelsey Smith are great shooters. We have Tatum McKee, who is an overall great player who will take the charges, rebound, and shoot. And we have great players coming off the bench as well.
Okay. And how do you see your game against Emory and Henry tomorrow night at home against the Bass Center, which, of course, we'd like you to wish you luck with?
We're basically looking at a team who plays a lot like Virginia Wesleyan, who we played this past weekend. They're a great three-point shooting team. So in the last 2 practices, we've been working on our zone defense, getting out in the shooters. So we're just looking on having a great defensive and offensive game.
Well, Paxton, thanks for joining us tonight on the show, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with Coach Susan Dunnigan here on Maroons Tuesday Night Live at Mac and Bob's.
Roanoke College Athletics would like to thank its corporate sponsors: Mac and Bob's, All Sports, Stop In Food Stores, Dairy Queen, Chick-fil-A, Service Master, and the Roanoke College Bookstore.
Roanoke College. Timeless and true. Smart and solid. Practical and professional. Making discoveries about yesterday. Creating visions for tomorrow. Lifted by a winning college spirit. Forging lifetime friendships with professors who prepare you for a place at the head of an operating table or another bright future. Roanoke College. Classic for tomorrow.
I'm Shane Beamer.
And I'm Frank Beamer for Stop In Food Stores.
Hey, Dad, I'm going to grab a hot dog. You want one?
Sure. Let me give you...
It's okay, Dad. I got this one.
This week at Stop In, get 2 all-beef hot dogs, only 99 cents.
Get some refreshment with a fountain drink.
Any size, just 99 cents. Plus, pay only 99 cents for any size coffee, tea, or icy. Now through Sunday only.
All Stop In locations have quality branded gasoline. So stop in and fill up today.
Shop where Dad and I shop.
Stop In Food Stores.
Welcome back to Maroons Tuesday Night Live here at Mac and Bob's, and I'm here with women's basketball coach Susan Dunnigan. And, Coach, you ended up the first half of the year before the break with a 55-49 win over Hood in Maryland. Talk about the team before the break and how you saw the growth from the beginning of the season up into the break.
Well, obviously, because of so many young kids, there was a lot of growth. But we're still growing. We didn't, the good part about the end of the season was, or end of the first half was the fact that we finished with a win It was great. They played the best they played just about the whole year, and had a lot of enthusiasm coming into the start of the second half of the season.
And you had a good start January 2nd against Hollins, and an
Great
excellent win on January 7th, a Monday, against Mary Washington, which is the best game of the season this year. Talk again about how you came back out of break and how you see the team right now.
Well, we, with that energy coming from the beginning, from after we beaten Hood and came back, and the kids were very enthusiastic, and we were practicing, didn't have to worry about classes and studying, so they were just focusing on basketball. They were loose. They go into Hollins. We did a great job against them. And then going against Mary Washington, we knew it was a difficult task. And these girls stepped up, and they did what nobody thought they would do. And originally, at the beginning of the season, Mary Washington had been ranked in the top 20. And for us to have beaten them, that was quite a feather in our cap.
And you have a young lady we just talked to, your leading scorer at 14.9 points per game, junior Paxton Gwynn, and Rachel Delahunt is 3.3 assists per game, your only senior.
Right.
Talk about these two young ladies and what they bring to your team.
Well, they've truly been leaders out there. Their go-to kids are looking, for Rachel. She's a steady hand out there with the offense, and they're, and Paxton is a go-to on the boards, the go-to as a scorer, and she with her on the floor, everybody feels really confident, and she gives us that. Plus, she finishes on top of everything, and for her to have an all-around game and the double-doubles that she's had, very impressive.
You have league play for the rest of the year, and tomorrow night, hosting Emory and Henry, Coach Rose Katz is going to bring her Wasp in here. Talk a little bit what you expect Wednesday night at the Bass Center.
Well, I've had a chance to see them play on film twice, and real impressed with them. They're young, as we are, and they're growing every day. But their strength right now is their outside shooting. They've got some really strong outside shooters. They've got a couple of good post players, so it's going to be a tough game for us as usual. We don't take any game lightly. We're looking forward to it, to right, our last game. It was tough coming back after Virginia Wesleyan, and they're anxious to get out there and, to prove that we can be better than what we were.
And we'll be looking forward to it tomorrow night at the Bass Center at 7 p.m., and I'll be there with bells on.
I want to see that.
Sitting there at the end of the table. You want me to wear them around my head or around my shoes?
No, you can just keep them around your shoes. That'll be fine.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, and we're going to be back with men's basketball coach Paige Moyer on Maroons Tuesday Night Live. Thank you.
Looking for great food and the big game in high def? Try the new menu items at All Sports Cafe, including thick and juicy burgers grilled to perfection, served with fries and your choice of any side item. All Sports Cafe, where the object is to score great food.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school.
I got the presidential scholarship, which was huge for me.
Mac and Bob's opened for business in 1980. Over the years, we've grown from 10 stools to a full-service restaurant that seats 330 people. Now we invite you to come try our new breakfast menu, featuring sweet potato pancakes, eggs Benedict, omelets made to order, stuffed French toast, homemade sausage and gravy biscuits, and much more. Open for breakfast Monday through Saturday at 8 a.m., Sunday brunch 10 a.m. till 2. See you for breakfast at Mac and Bob's in Salem.
Welcome back to Maroons Tuesday Night Live here at Mac and Bob's. And I'm with men's basketball head coach Paige Moyer. And first of all, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And secondly, we want to talk about something previous to the New Year, which was the Daytona Beach Shootout and your team performance down there.
Well, we played well. We split down there. Honestly, I think I could tell you it was the best trip I've taken in 24 years if we'd won both games, but it still might have been either. We've been some great places. We were in Vegas a couple of years ago, Phoenix a few years before that. We had a great time down there, but we had a great time. The weather was fantastic. It was a well-run tournament. We got a good win against Marymount. We lost a tough one to Oglethorpe, but I think the guys had a great time, and it was a good bonding opportunity, and it was a good wind down after exams for the guys, and we try to go somewhere nice after exams if we can, and Daytona Beach is one we'll probably go back to.
A couple of your players have been ODAC Player of the Week, Quasi Apanza and Julian Ramirez. Talk a little bit about these two young men.
Well, they're key to everything we're trying to do. I mean, Quasi has been one of the best players in the ODAC, and he's continued to not disappoint, and having a great year so far this year. Julian Ramirez, started out with a bang this year, and he's playing great basketball. We want to get his shooting back on track, but Julian's had a fantastic year, and really the game that he got the ODAC Player of the Week for, he was one of the best efforts I've seen in a long time for Roanoke. Hit 5 for 5 for 3, scoring 27 points, dishing out assists and playing great defense in our win against Averett.
And you've had three young men have their career high in scoring in consecutive games recently. Talk about the rest of your team and how they can step up and help Julian and Quanzi.
Well, of course, Daniel Lico's had some really big moments for us, and we've got to continue to shoot the ball well off the perimeter so we can get him openings. Jordan Thacker jumped up when Quasi was injured. Quasi sprained his ankle and missed a game, and Jordan jumped up and had a great game against William Peace, I think. And then Andrew Daniels is another one I think you're referring to. Andrew had some big moments for us, playing great basketball. He's out for a week or two. He's got a sprained MCL that occurred against Randolph last week, but hopefully he's on the mend and getting back quickly. But he was really emerging as one of our best players as a sophomore.
And you're going to go to Lexington tomorrow night and take on Adam Hutchinson's team in Washington, lead the Generals. What are you looking for in that contest?
Well, they had a great win against Emory Henry last night. They're playing good basketball. They were in Daytona with us, so we got to see each other's teams play twice. I don't know if he bothered to come see us, but I enjoyed watching their kids play. And he's done a great job. They have a very well-rounded team. I think our records are close to being the same, so it'll be the typical WNL grudge match, tough game, but they've got a wide variety of good players. I think last night when they beat Emory, their two league scorers were freshmen. But, again, they've got JDI, Kevin Gill, a couple of great seniors leading them, and again, they have a fantastic team. It'll take our best effort. Fortunately, we're playing better on the road. I'm even thinking about home games now, taking our guys out, putting them on a bus, riding around town, bringing them back so they think it's a road game.
And on Saturday, you're going to celebrate Marin Madness with your game, and also it's a celebration of fall and spring sports as well. Talk about what that brings as far as school spirit and so forth through Marin Madness.
Well, it's a great opportunity for the fans to come out, win some prizes, have some fun. The college has done a great job of promoting this for years. Of course, we did it as a typical Midnight Madness, as basketball teams do for years, but I think this works out great because it really springs us into January, February, which is the key time of our season, and reminds everybody we're playing. Both the women and us, we've been lonely here because we've been here the last 2.5 weeks playing games, and so we've had to play 4 home games with no students here. So we're looking forward to having some student support, having our community back out to see us play, and the opportunity of the college giving away some prizes and having some fun, 3-point contests, dunk contests, all kinds of things to give away prizes, and it's a neat thing run by the college.
You still do have some old men sitting at the scorer's table, though.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing both the men and the women, so.
Definitely.
That's good. I'll be at the JV game tomorrow and also the women's game, and looking forward to seeing you on Saturday.
Super, thanks.
And it's going to be Julian Ramirez next, and I'll be with Julian, and we'll be back. Maroons Tuesday Night Live at Mac and Bob's. Thanks, Paige.
Thank you.
Roanoke College. Timeless and true. Smart and solid. Practical and professional. Making discoveries about yesterday. Creating visions for tomorrow. Lifted by a winning college spirit. Forging lifetime friendships with professors who prepare you for a place at the head of an operating table or another bright future. Roanoke College. Classic for tomorrow.
I'm Shane Beamer.
And I'm Frank Beamer for Stop In Food Store.
Hey, Dad, I'm going to grab a hot dog. You want one?
Sure. Let me give you...
It's okay, Dad. I got this one.
This week at Stop In, get 2 all-beef hot dogs, only 99 cents.
Get some refreshment with a fountain drink.
Any size, just 99 cents. Plus, pay only 99 cents for any size coffee, tea, or icy. Now through Sunday only.
All Stop In locations have quality branded gasoline. So stop in and fill up today.
Shop where Dad and I shop.
Stop In Food Stores.
Looking for great food and the big game in high def? Try the new menu items at All Sports Cafe, including thick and juicy burgers grilled to perfection, served with fries and your choice of any side item. All Sports Cafe, where the object is to score great food.
Welcome back to Maroon's Tuesday Night Live here at Mac and Bob's, and I'm with one of the head fellows from the men's basketball team, the point guard, Julian Ramirez. And Julian, we ask all of the guests this question, but what made you interested in Roanoke College and coming to play basketball for head coach Paige Moyer?
Academics was very strong for me. Coach, I love Coach. I met him when I came down from Forky, did the visit, and actually it was Flutie that was here. He was the assistant coach then, but yeah, I came down and I met a couple of the players and went for a tour. That was great. I loved the campus. I loved Coach and loved all the other guys that have been here so far. So I liked everything about the place.
Okay, you're averaging 9.3 points a game, 4.4 assists, you have 24 steals. What motivated you to start this season?
Last year we had a rough season, as you probably know, so I just went all summer and just got shots up and conditioned and worked really hard. Didn't want to have the same type of year this year, so we started off good. We've had a little drought lately, but we're going to turn it back around.
And you've been the ODAC Player of the Week before the holiday break. During the week, you led the team in scoring with a team-high 27 points, including 5 for 5 from behind the arc. Yeah. Talk a little bit about what that game meant to you and to be named Player of the Week.
That was a great honor. I actually didn't see it coming. Quasi wins it a lot, but I mean, I didn't think I was going to get it. I'm a sophomore. Usually seniors, they step up and get those awards, so it was a great honor. But I was just focused that game. Felt like I couldn't really miss and made all my threes, and then I was honored with the award.
And tomorrow night you take on Washington Lee up at Lexington. And what are you looking for in that game?
A win. We've been on a little drought lately, like I said. We started out hot 4-0, and then we lost, and we sort of fell into our old ways from last year. But this is a huge game. They're our rivals, so if we go out there and get this win, I think everything's going to turn back around. And then we got Wesleyan right after that. We lost up there by 6, so we owe them another one. We just got to get this one tomorrow and take it one by one.
Well, Julian, we thank you for coming on the show. We wish you luck on the rest of the season, and good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
And we'll be keeping up with that as we do the women's game here.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll see you Maroon Madness on Saturday. Yes, and coming up, Richmond Bramlett will have Coach Dave Sampson, the workhorse of the week. This is Maroon's Tuesday Night Live, Mac and Bob's.
Be sure to catch Roanoke College sports on Valley Vision TV, Comcast Channel 7 in Roanoke, Salem, Botetourt, Lexington, and Blacksburg. Brought to you by Mac and Bob's, Main Street, Salem. For programming information or schedules, go to valleyvisiontv.com.
Roanoke College Athletics would like to thank its corporate sponsors: Mac and Bob's, All Sports, Stop In Food Stores, Dairy Queen, Chick-fil-A, Service Master, and the Roanoke College Bookstore.
Roanoke College. Timeless and true. Smart and solid. Practical and professional. Making discoveries about yesterday. Creating visions for tomorrow. Lifted by a winning college spirit. Forging lifetime friendships with professors who prepare you for a place at the head of an operating table or another bright future. Roanoke College. Classic for tomorrow.
Join the team and support Roanoke College student athletes. As a Maroon Club member, you can support the young men and women who represent the college on its athletic teams, in its intramurals, and on club sports. You'll get athletic and recreational team news straight from the coaches, be invited in club events, and receive an official Maroon Club decal. For more information, visit www.roanoke.edu/Maroon Club and become a member of the Maroon Club today.
And we're back here with Dave Sampson with everybody's favorite segment, Workhorse of the Week. Welcome back. Happy New Year.
Same to you, Richmond.
Glad to be back here at Mac and Bob's with you. Let's go ahead and get right into things here.
We're going to kick it off with the women.
That's correct.
Unfortunately, we don't have any graphics tonight, but
we have them. We
can't see them. Oh, we can't see them? I thought we were going to get another better shot of the moneymaker up here. That's all right. That's fine. Up this week, the ever popular Paxton Gwen was on earlier tonight. And the Mask Assassin, Tatum McKee, she's on there for no other reason other than she wears the mask during practice and game. So anytime you wear a face mask in a court sport, it's an automatic nomination. She's if she's still wearing it 2 weeks from now, I'm just telling you, she'll automatically be nominated.
And she leads the team in steals, I think, and rebounds.
And floor burns.
So
it's another important. I know that's an unkept stat.
It's the triple double.
It is. She usually doubles up in floor burns just about every game. She's a crazy little water bug out on the court.
Sure.
She does a great job. I enjoy watching both Paxton and Tatum play. They do a phenomenal job, and they give 110% the whole time they're on the court. However, my winner this week is Tatum. She did a good job. Paxton, I'll give her props. She probably played the best game from an offensive standpoint that I have seen in quite some time here. She got on the court, and during the entire game, now I didn't watch every single play, but I think I saw her miss 2 shots. She rebounded like it was her job, which I guess it is, but she reined them in from everywhere. 3-point, the elbow, the free throw line, was doing some spin moves, some drop steps inside. She did a great job, but at the end of the day, Tatum gets it. Number one, the face mask is the deciding factor that they were probably neck and neck, and that pushed her over the edge. But I don't know how many I was announcing that game. I don't know how many back tips and deflected passes she got her hands on, and it's just she's crazy out there. It would be a nightmare playing offense against that girl. So Tatum gets the nod because of her effort and the face mask.
And come out to the women's basketball game tomorrow night at 7 o'clock so you can see both of them as well as the rest of the team.
Absolutely. Big matchup with Emory and Henry. I understand that the face mask will be in place for the game. So I personally am excited about that.
I don't know, after your comments for earning Workhorse of the Week, if all the players on the women's basketball team won't be wearing face masks.
I'd kind of like that. You know, at the end of the day, I feel like that'd be some type of intimidation method. I mean, I wouldn't want to play against that. What are they capable of? I like it.
Yeah.
Paxton, would you wear a face mask during the game? No? Yeah?
I think she said yes.
No.
The lights are so bright I can't see her. I think she said yes.
I think she would. I saw her nod.
Yeah.
Brief nod.
Everybody over there said yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and move over to the men's basketball team.
The guys have been, like I've said it in a couple of earlier shows you and I talked about, they have played harder this year than I have seen in quite some time. Our nominees for this segment are Daniel Eco, Andrew Daniels, and Mr. Ginger himself, Jordan Thacker.
That's right.
Jordan, I liken him to Tatum in that he's a phenomenal defender, hustles, gets his hands on a lot of passes, back tips the ball. He does a great job when the other team's bringing it up the court. He'll sneak up on them, tip some balls, and he gets a lot of layups, a lot of points, a lot of blue-collar points that way. Andrew does everything. He rebounds, he assists, he shoots from inside, he shoots from outside. He's just a good athlete to have on the court. He's not afraid to go after loose balls. He's on the court. He probably tallies 2 or 3 floor burns per game, so he's up there. Daniel Eco, on the other hand, I saw him play probably the best game I've seen him play
our guys, I'll give them credit, they just pounded the ball inside to him. And, they weren't easy, uncontested layups. Daniel took a beating from the other team, but he went at it. He finished his shots and then put himself on the line and converted, I think, well over 75% of his free throws. So without saying any more, Daniel Eco gets the win here because he took a beating, put some big points up on the board, and just played like an absolute warrior during the New Year's Eve or the New Year's Classic, the Morris Kreger Invitational. And that's I know he worked real hard on doing some stuff this summer and kind of building up his strength and his foot speed, and his hard work that he did this summer really paid off for him, and I was impressed with his efforts on the court in that tournament.
Yeah, definitely had a great second game in that tournament. Got pretty much earned him in that game alone, the all-tournament team.
Oh, yeah, all-tournament. I mean, to watch him play both games, there's no way you can keep the kid off the all-tournament team. I was just really proud of him, and what I'm hoping that does, it gets him some confidence to where, he expects to do that night in and night out, and when he gets to that position, he's going to be a dangerous player in the ODAC.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's a true inside post player. He's a banger. He's a wide body kid. He's kind of a throwback player. He doesn't do anything fancy. He just catches the ball, does a drop step, takes a dribble, goes up tough, and takes his beating and goes to the foul line. So he's done a great job this year. It's been a pleasure to watch him.
And definitely got a lot of time, a lot of ODAC games left in the schedule to
absolutely
for him to be able to kind of pull all that out.
Yeah, and I don't think the teams that we're going to face down the road here in the second half of the season, he's a totally different player than he was last year. Number one, he's getting a ton more minutes, and from an inside standpoint, a post player, he's a go-to guy. You think about Logan was our man last year, and he probably the best part about his game, he did his damage from outside the three-point arc.
Yeah.
Daniel's going to do his in the paint. And that's something that we probably haven't had since Curtis Perry was here. And he has a lot of similar characteristics to Curtis, and it's great to watch him develop, like I say, and get that confidence. And I'm looking forward to watching these ODAC teams who haven't seen him play this year come into Salem and match up against him.
As we get right into looking at some of the games that we do have coming up, the men's and women's basketball teams will be in action tomorrow night at 7 o'clock for both teams. The women's basketball team will be at home. I'm sure you will be on the mic.
On the mic. Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Against Emory and Henry in the Bass Center. So come out, check that out. It's a 7 o'clock game. The men, on the other hand, will be up in Lexington as they play against Washington and Lee, take on the Generals there. That game is also at 7 o'clock. You can catch either of those games online. We'll have the link for the Washington Lee game on maroons.roanoke.edu, as well as the women's basketball game. On Friday and Saturday, the indoor track teams will race at the ETSU Niswonger Invitational, and then on Sunday they will compete in the Winston-Salem State Invitational. Check out maroons.roanoke.edu for those times, for those events. And lastly, on Saturday, January 19th, the women's basketball team will be playing at Randolph College at 4:30 p.m. in ODAC action, while the men will be at home during Marin Madness in the Bass Center. And as Brad Moore alluded to earlier in the show, we'll have all types of contests beforehand. We'll have
big day in the Bass Center. I got an email from Brian Ryberg, our director of intramurals today. I think I don't know if I'm on the mic for the game, but I'm going to do some emceeing for the Maroon Madness, and that's those guys, Brad and Ryberg, and you guys always do a great job there. There's a lot of great giveaways. There's a great turnout with the students. They love seeing that, and I think that is just says a lot for Brad's hard work, and it's a huge confidence boost for the men to go out on the court like that against, I believe, Virginia Wesleyan. I don't know if they're still in the top 20, but they're a phenomenally athletic team, and I like our chances against them. We played them tough down there, and we get a good crowd base behind us, make some noise, revving it up. I like our chances. It's great to have a tough home court advantage, and hopefully the Maroon Madness is going to do that for us this Saturday.
And again, that game starts at 2 o'clock, maroons.roanoke.edu/showcase. You can catch that game online. We'll have our ESPN radio crew, who always does a good job for us there. We'll have that game for you. But I guess it's the end of the night.
I want to say one thing. Sure. There's no video segment this week. I'm kind of bummed out. Christmas was kind of a downtime. There wasn't a lot of funny stuff a couple websites that I pull these things off of, but I promise to come back with a vengeance, maybe even a double shot of videos in 2 weeks. So you guys got something to look forward to.
You heard it first right there. You never know what's going to happen during Workhorse of the Week.
You don't. It's sometimes I don't even know what's going to happen.
I don't even really prepare for it because I don't even know.
I know how. My question is why I'm the only one that doesn't have a script. Is that?
Well, there were 5 up here before the segment started, but I threw them all off the table.
Nobody ever gives me one. Is that? You all know that I can't actually read.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I know you can look at pictures. You can do like hieroglyphics. But
Well, we usually give you a big giant screen.
I like the big giant screen. I'm a little bummed out that we can't see the nominees up on the screen and these 2 money makers on the screen because I know good and well that brings in the fan base.
Well, Sampson, it's always a pleasure to have
Thanks,
you on.
Richmond.
For everybody here at Roanoke College, for Brad Moore, for Reed Hall, for Dave Sampson, and Brett Pelletier. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Of course, go to maroons.roanoke.edu, check out all the games, and we'll see you tomorrow night for women's basketball versus Emory and Henry. Good night.
Roanoke College Athletics would like to thank its corporate sponsors: Mac & Bods, All Sports, Stop In Food Stores, Dairy Queen, Chick-fil-A, Service Master, and the Roanoke College Bookstore.